Your home should be a sanctuary, but some common objects act like silent anchors holding you back. Not every item sitting on your shelf is neutral. Not every possession brings peace. Not every decor choice aligns with the spirit of your household. Some things you own carry baggage you never intended to invite inside. Today, you are going to see why clearing your space is vital for your spiritual clarity. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly why removing these 7 specific items is necessary. You will see how your physical environment mirrors your internal state. As Proverbs 4:26 says, "Give careful thoughts to the paths for your feet, and be steadfast in all your ways." Your home is a path. You must clear the way. This is not about minimalist trends, it is about spiritual stewardship. If this message already hits home, hit the like button now. Number 1. You must remove items associated with occult practices or divination. This includes tarot cards, pendulums, or any items linked to horoscopes and fortune-telling. The Bible is clear in Deuteronomy 18:10 that these practices are detestable. These items are not just trinkets, they are invitations to confusion. A study by the Pew Research Center suggests that interest in these items has spiked recently. People think it is harmless curiosity or fun, but you cannot play with spiritual darkness and expect to remain unaffected. Think of the Ephesian converts in Acts 19:19. They burned their expensive sorcery books once they realized the truth. They didn't sell them for a profit. They destroyed them completely to break the influence. The next time you see a fun oracle deck, recognize the snare hidden in the packaging. You cannot serve 2 masters and expect to hear clearly from the Lord. 2. Get rid of books or media that consistently promote bitterness, resentment, or cynicism. You know the ones. They occupy your nightstand and fill your thoughts with negativity every single night. Philippians 4:8 tells you to dwell on things that are true, noble, and right. If your reading material consistently tears down the character of others or breeds anger, it is a spiritual leak. Psychologists often call this confirmation bias. You seek out what confirms your existing frustrations. Imagine a person who feeds on toxic true crime novels or cynical critiques every evening. Their view of the world narrows. They stop seeing hope and start seeing enemies everywhere. Stop feeding your mind garbage before you sleep. Replace those books with literature that encourages growth and grace. A clear mind starts with what you choose to feed it daily. 3. Remove clothing or decor that promotes symbols of violence or glorifies rebellion. Your surroundings shape your subconscious habits more than you might realize. Romans 12:2 warns against being conformed to the patterns of this broken world. These items are visual anchors that keep you tethered to a mindset of conflict. Designers often use these symbols because they provoke a strong, often aggressive emotional response.
You might think it is just fashion, but it shapes your identity. Think of someone wearing a brand that constantly screams rebellion. Their interactions with others eventually take on that same tone. It is a slow, silent process of alignment with the world. Take a look at your closet today. Does your attire reflect your values or the world's rebellion? Choose to surround yourself with symbols of peace, not conflict. 4. You must discard items obtained through dishonest or stolen means. This sounds obvious, but it is often ignored. If you have kept something that does not rightfully belong to you, it is a weight. The principle of restitution in Exodus 22 is a cornerstone of biblical justice. Possession is not 9/10 of the law. Integrity is the whole of it. Keeping stolen or ill-gotten goods acts as a permanent barrier to your conscience. Imagine someone who keeps a piece of equipment borrowed years ago from a former employer. That object becomes a constant, nagging reminder of a compromise they made. Every time they look at it, their peace is disrupted. If you have something like this, return it or dispose of it. You cannot build a righteous life on a foundation of small thefts. 5. Clear out any technology or devices that serve as constant conduits for habitual temptation. This isn't just about the phone itself, it's about how you allow it to dominate your home. If a specific console or screen is a recurring trap for your integrity, it needs to go. A study from the University of Chicago found that digital distractions significantly erode our willpower over time. You are fighting a war for your focus, and you're losing. Imagine a person who spends hours scrolling through platforms that only trigger envy and lust. They feel drained and isolated. They lose the ability to connect with their family in the same room. Remove the device that acts as a bridge to your greatest temptations. It is a sacrifice of your convenience for the sake of your character. Your character is worth far more than any digital entertainment. 6. Eliminate broken or neglected items that symbolize a lack of stewardship. A home full of clutter and broken things fosters a spirit of decay and defeat. Stewardship is about honoring the resources you've been given, according to Matthew 25:21. When you leave items in disrepair, you signal that you have given up on maintenance. Psychologists note that our external environment often causes our internal stress levels to skyrocket. Think of a room where every corner is filled with projects that never get finished. The person living there feels overwhelmed and constantly behind. It's a cycle of stagnation. Fix what you can and discard what is truly beyond repair. A clean, organized space is the first step toward a disciplined, intentional life. Order in your home often leads to order in your soul. Of all the points we've covered, this final one is the most important. Number 7. Remove items that have become modern idols in your life. An idol is anything you prioritize above your relationship with the Creator. It might be a collection, a hobby, or a luxury that consumes all your resources. Exodus 20 verse 3 is the first commandment for a reason. These things are often beautiful or impressive, making them dangerous. When your identity is wrapped up in your possessions, you are no longer free. Think of the rich young ruler in the Gospels. He walked away sad because he could not let go of his wealth. His possessions owned him, not the other way around. Examine your home for the things you fear losing the most. Those are the things that have the most power over your heart. Let go of the idol so you can hold on to the truth. Knowing how to declutter a house is helpful, but knowing how to guard your heart is essential. Your home is not just four walls, it's a sacred space for your family. If you allow distractions, idols, or darkness to settle in, you lose your way. Not every item in your home is a blessing. Not every possession deserves your space. Not every object is meant to stay. If you understand this, your peace will be restored, your focus will be sharp, and your home will be a light. If this video opened your eyes, share it with someone who needs this message today. Subscribe to Grace in Motion so you never miss another guide to building a life of purpose. Type in the comments, "I am reclaiming my home," as your commitment to living with greater intention.